Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Time for another Metal Earth kit build, another Star Wars Metal Earth kit build. This is another of the Disney exclusives. I have Pilot Droid Rex, and I'd not heard of him before getting this kit, and from what I understand, what little I've been able to research, Rex was apparently part of the Star Tours section of Disney parks, which I think was started maybe in the 80s. Again, I'm not really sure. If you know, please leave it in the comments so others will know. I've never had the benefit of going to any of the Disney parks. This was done by mail. But it sounds interesting, and I think at one point maybe he was worked into an episode of Star Wars Rebels, make a cartoon. I'm not really sure. But what I do know is I have it right here. Let's open it up and put it together. Let's open up Pilot Droid Rex. It still has the plastic hanger on it from the store. Just not something I'm accustomed to having to deal with. Alien. That's nice. Let's just rip the whole thing out. Instructions. And I've slightly torn them. And 2 metal sheets. Put these to the side, and I'm betting there's 2 pieces of paper here. Yep. Let's start with page 1. Sometimes they open up, sometimes they fight me. Alright. As usual, we have the title, the line drawing of the kit. We have a bit about insertion tabs and holes, fold lines. We have the bit about needle nose pliers being helpful for assembly. We have the legend. E points at the engraved side, the NE points at a non-engraved side, and a little hand pointing at something. That's an attention point. Could be a variety of things, but it's saying, hey, pay attention to this here. Over here is what I used to always call the legend. It's been on there instructions since the start. You've got the blue circle, which means to fold over 90 degrees, and the green triangle, which means to twist 90 degrees. And a little diagram here, you pull and twist. It does make a more secure connection. Down at the bottom, we have the metal sheets, or a drawing of the metal sheets with the part numbers, so you can find the parts on the metal sheets. And you'll notice there's a few things that are colored. Things of light color are basically duplicate parts. And what they'll do is they'll number one of them. Like here's 46. Well, all 4 of these are 46. They just numbered the one, and it makes it less cluttered and easier to find. So I like that they do that. We move over to page 2. We have the assembly flowchart, starting with part 1 and how to fold it. Parts 2, there's 2 part 2s, and put them, curl it, put it together. Part 3, go down to 4, and you just follow the arrows and the part numbers, and just assemble the kit. Flip over for page 3, and continue on. We have a non-engraved right here, showing you which side is engraved. Slide over after page 3 to page 4. Continue on. Oh, this one changes directions on you. Once you're done with page 4, go over to the other page or sheet of instructions. Pick up on page 5, then 6, 7, and 8. And you're all done with your finished Rex Droid. Let's talk tools. I have a pretty standard set of tools that I use in most every build. I have needle nose pliers. I have flat nose pliers. I have flush clippers. These are a must for me. They clip parts off the sheets quickly and cleanly. I have a set of precision tweezers, one with a very pointed end, one with the pointed end ground down slightly, and flat set with a sort of curved tip, useful for twisting tabs in slightly curved areas. I also have a pretty standard set of tweezers with a flat angled end. These come in one of the Iconics kits, and I use them a lot. When it comes to shape and rounded parts, there are many options. I used dowel rods for a long time. I sharpened the ends of 2 of them with a pencil sharpener. These 2 are great for making cone shapes. Another option is a cheap drill bit set. The set has quite a few different sizes to choose from. Another option is a set of step mandrels. Another option for rounding parts, especially larger parts, is sockets. Maybe you have some sitting around already, maybe you know someone that will loan you a few, or maybe just pick up a really cheap set. Ring pliers or round nose pliers can be found with jewelry making tools and work wonderfully for curving delicate and or hard to get to areas. Taking a look at the directions, got some tools together, got our metal sheets, let's put it together. A number of the parts in this kit are inside of other parts, and you will have to trim pieces off. Be careful not to accidentally trim off a tab. You can take a few tries to find the right size drill bit for the job. It helps to bend angled tabs towards the next connection. Things will more easily line up. It took me over 5 minutes just to get the 2 tabs on the head lined up with the faceplate. This is one of those times where having precision tweezers with tiny ends really helps. I went to put on the next part and realized there were tabs blocking the slots. I still use my fingernail a lot to bend over tabs. The metal part on 22 that does not bend is so thin. I held on to it with tweezers to keep it still while bending the sides. I could have very easily bent it in the wrong place. It's a good idea to double check the orientation of parts. This video has been edited down. I've not shown all the different attempts, adjustments, or retries of this build. I also clip out parts where I am studying directions, searching for and clipping parts, and sometimes repetitive steps. It may make this kit look like it comes together easier than it did, but there are a lot of bending and adjusting of parts to make things fit. Work slowly, be patient, and take your time. I decided to attach part 39 to 40 before bending the flaps down and in, blocking access to the tabs. Then I realized I'd put the part on upside down. To my surprise, all the tabs fell right into place. Pilot Droid Rex. I have unfortunately not had the opportunity to see him at Star Tours, so I don't know personally what he looks like other than some information I found on the internet, but he looks pretty neat. The most challenging part is this top section, getting the kind of dome part of his head and this shield in place and shaped and lined up is challenging, and really had a tough time getting it attached to his face. But once you get beyond that and this mouthpiece, I'm surprised I didn't break that little mouthpiece off, and I'm very thankful it didn't. Once you get past that, it's pretty simple. It's a lot of circles and just rounding things and connecting them together. The arms are not, they're not that hard. It's just a couple of different sides and right angles and fitting in tabs. So once you get past the top half, to me it was pretty simple to do. Now Rex took about 2.5 hours, give or take, to put together, so not a super hard kit, but not one of the faster, easier kits. Then again, all the Star Wars kits are a little bit on the tough side. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you for watching, and keep on keeping on.